Get yourself a tea, coffee if that's your liking. Thanks for being here. Thank you for choosing to be here in this place right now with these people. That was the man I was talking about. Oh, come on, you're not even at the mic yet, Eric. Take it away, Shane.
I know we're here on this Sunday morning. I know we're gonna make up all these words. I know we're gonna sing top of our lungs. I know we're gonna let our voice be heard. Come on.
Do you need any help with setup? Okay. I'll just bring you up.
The chance right now.
We are live.
Welcome, Unity. Yeah, you're live.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Unity. Good God, what am I saying? Good morning.
Good morning.
I didn't even know we were live. I don't know how much of that was caught on whatever.
It's all okay.
Jeez. Well, since she's sitting so proudly, this is Bindi down there. I don't know if the camera's catching her or not, but anyway, we are here, and we are gonna celebrate because it's the celebration service. So we're gonna start off with some chants. This is Soul Shine. My name is Eric. That there guy on the piano is Dave, and then I got Donna and Victor
And Richard.
on drums.
Where do we sing from?
And we're gonna sing
From our feet.
from our feet, not from our seats. So if you want to join us, stand up and be counted, or just stand up. We're not going to count. And Victor's going to lead us in the following song.
Holy, 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 I am. Holy, 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 I am.
You sound beautiful. Please sing with us.
Holy, 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 I am. Holy, 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 I am. Holy, holy,
Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Oh, prepare
Oh, prepare
to be
me
a sanctuary.
to be a sanctuary.
Pure and
I And now, you guys are awesome. Thank you. And here is Mr. Ezekiel.
Wonderful. Oh, so you want to do that right now? Right away. It's March.
Sure.
They want to do birthdays. Who here has a March birthday? Raise your hand up high. I have a March birthday. I have double hands up high. Yeah.
My dad's turning 91 in March, so this is to my dad too.
Wonderful. To the father as well. For all those who've transferred over the Rainbow Bridge, also here, our happy birthday celebration.
Happy birthday, everybody.
Let's sing happy birthday, everybody. Ready? One.
Sorry.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that, everybody. Yeah, we'll get you off the carpet here, Donna. Yeah, you're welcome. Well, no more tripping hazards around here. Got enough going on. Hi, everybody. Good rising. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. I'm Ezekiel, and I will be your steward for today's service. We have a wonderful service for you today with more music from Soulshine, a wonderful speaker, Gregory. But first, welcome to Unity Spiritual Community of Central Oregon. We are a wild soul sanctuary. And we're really happy that you're here, honestly. We're happy that you took moments out of your day on a Sunday, on this nice spring-like morning, to come out, spend moments here with us, celebrating not only love, but celebrating our empowerment as sovereign individuals to choose what we do, how we do it, and how that affects the world around us. So thank you so much. And because we are, probably 150 some odd individuals coming in with different expressions of divinity coming out from every pore of our body, I'm asking that as we come into this individualized space, we can come together as a congregation, set in alignment together as a group of individuals, and open our hearts and our minds to the message which is about to be presented here. The way that I like to do that is by setting a tone. I like to start with an ah, followed by an e, and then resounding with an ooh. Now, there's enough of you here that you're familiar with that. So if you feel so called, settle your feet into the ground. Allow your hands to become relaxed on your lap. Remember who and what you are. And on an inhalation, we will begin with an ah. Breathe in. Ah. For an E. And an ooh with all you got. Today, I claim peace in our hearts, in our being, and in our world. We are vibrational beings. Not only do we adjust the vibrations of our internal environment, we change the vibrations of the air around us, we change the vibrations of those near us, we change the vibrations of the reality we exist in. So thank you so much for coming into alignment with me today. I look forward to continuing. We also have a chair, a lovely chair with a pillow on it. This chair is to hold space for any people who are not here with you today. Whether it be that they've transitioned and moved on, whether it be that they don't want to be here, whether it be that their car broke down, for whatever reason, if they are not able to be here, that chair holds space for them, metaphysically. It may hold space for animals, it may hold space for truly anything that you feel called to be here represented, and realize that we here at Unity believe that your thoughts are where the entirety of this thing we call life begins, and thus your thoughts have the power to place things in that chair. And in doing so, can maybe allow for a little bit of the same healing vibrations to go to that person or that being or to resonate. The other thing I want to mention is that this is a completely volunteer-run organization. I am a volunteer. The speaker is not a volunteer, but everybody else is a volunteer in general around here. From the AV to the people who clean the floors to the people who scrub the toilets to the kitchen people, the coffee, everybody is a volunteer. So if we could just clap our hands for a moment. It's important. It's really important to show that appreciation because there's a lot of things going on, unsaid, unseen, and it's an important part of the spiritual process. Fasting, meditation, prayer, service, tithing. It's very common, all across. And so if you need an opportunity to volunteer and you're looking for a community to give some of that effort to, come see us. We're always looking for more volunteers, and we really, really appreciate the effort. And before we go on further, this is where we take a moment to acknowledge that we are not the first people here. And we will not be the last people here. So not only do we need to currently be good stewards of this land, good stewards of this community, good stewards of our children, good stewards of the people, we need to recognize that we are not the ones who first were here on this land. There was generations of families, lives lived here with wonderful stewards of these land. And we have the Wasco, the Warm Spring, the Northern Paiute, the Klamath, and the Malala. Yeah, says Dave. It's important to take a moment to recognize this. So however you want to sit with that, just either internalizing it or bringing it to your heart, wherever it feels appropriate in your body, but just going deep, to that mineral place, that ancestor place. So if we get the vision statement, Alistair, who we are here is this. And so if you'll read it with me, we are community. Committed to co-creating a world of unity, spiritual awakening, and loving kindness. Ain't that beautiful? We're not selling anything. We're here attempting to be a light in the darkness, and it's working. And it's working. So thank you for joining us in the process. Now, Sundays is celebrations. We're here to celebrate things. Celebrations are not business advertisements or things of that nature, but rather things that are going well in your life, things that are coming up in your life you're excited about. This young cowboy here will bring you a microphone if you raise your hand and make sure that you can share with us. The microphone so people online can hear as well. And we're actually going to get a celebration to start off from our minister. So.
Yesterday was February 28th. And February 28th, 2018 was the last day that I took a drink of alcohol. And what's so beautiful is that recovering and living a life of sobriety and spirituality, and really meaning it, means that these moments are anticlimactic. At one time I thought, wow, I would never get 10 years sober, or how could I even live life without it? And now I vaguely ever think about it, and an anniversary like that can come and go, and it's just another day. So if anyone out there is struggling with it, know that there is another side. There's a whole other life out there waiting for you.
Well, I have a couple celebrations real quick. I just got to spend 2 weeks with my son. We went fishing, and I may or may not have caught a 19-inch brown trout. And also, I'm getting a new knee here in the next month or two. So.
Leon, there's a person right back there, Leon.
I'm celebrating my favorite season. It is now baseball season.
I'm celebrating being back from, thank you. I went to California, and I'm celebrating this little one right here because she just never ceases to amaze and amuse me. On vacation, I stay with my mom and my nephew who lives with her, and she basically adopted both of them into her pack, and she would get up with my mom as she got ready for work. Yeah, my mom still works at 84. She keeps saying she's going to retire, but then she's like, what would I do with all that time? So but she was, and then after my mom went to work, she would wait for my nephew Garrett to come out of his room, because he works for Disneyland. So that gives you an idea what kind of hours. It just always varies. But she would, anyway, I'm getting long-winded here, sorry. The point is, it was just awesome. And I didn't even know. I learned my mom was kind of afraid of dogs. I had no idea. And so I think Bindi helped with that a little bit. So it was a very cool trip. And so yeah, she's an awesome girl.
Hi, I'm celebrating being here. 5 months ago, I went off on a pilgrimage, traveling around the country. I met so many new people. I learned so much. And here I am back here. I'm not here to stay. To my surprise, I ended up I ended up becoming a traveling ministry. So I'm doing that. This is still home, and it's still a home base, and I plan to be back, and I'm still a member here. So I'll see you around. I'll be here for 12 days.
I'm Carly, and I'm grateful for all the people who keep this space and this space existing. I feel like I've been living here because I just spent the last few days here at a grief ceremony, which was beautiful and amazing, and also really hard and challenging. And the other thing I'm really grateful for is when I was done, I had a really good friend who wasn't involved with the grief ceremony who made dinner for me and listened to me cry some more and help me through the after effects. And so I'm just grateful for friendship and this place and this guy, Ezekiel.
Cheers, thank you so much.
I'm going to double down on that. I had the opportunity to attend the grief ceremony the past few days, and I just want to say what a incredibly powerful, moving celebration of the depth of emotion that we can experience. And I think that's the kind of technology we need to bring community and remember our common humanity together. So it's such a special experience. I highly recommend it if you ever get the chance.
Thank you, Nico. Moving and grooving.
Hello, I am celebrating what is becoming within myself. I just got back from almost 2 weeks in Florida. It was my biggest work trip of the year. You know, like the kind of busy where you're like, did I even pee? Did I go to the, did I drink any water today? It was a whirlwind. And I've had this mantra for about the past 10 years in my professional life that I want to be a game changer. And about 2.5 years ago, I started my own company. I work with national parks and public lands. And about 5 years ago, I started having this idea of this platform that I wanted to create to help people in my industry and to do more good in the world. And this was kind of the soft launch of that venture. And it was like really well received. I was at this trade show in a little bit different capacity than usual, and I just felt this shift, and I felt like I was actually doing that. And I was thinking about this. I was walking to the show the last day, and I walked by this sign, and it said, "Game Changer."
Hi, I'm Kathy, and I'm celebrating the opportunity to serve at the Family Kitchen yesterday, and for all those that served with, and it is, it's humbling and honoring, and the deep gratitude that those express that are receiving is humbling.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Maybe one last one with Devin in the back.
Hi, today I'm celebrating my friend William and River and my new friend Ezekiel and their hospitality and their kindness.
All right, Leon, I'll take that microphone. You can come on up front with us too. We're going to do the kids' blessing. Your kiddos want to come on and make their way on up, see what we're up to in the nest today. He's moving so fast. So fast. Dan, are you, oh, who's with Tiff's? Tiff's up with the kiddos. Hi, Tiff, how are you? What are we working on today?
Is this working?
I don't know, let's find out. Platform 2, oh wow, that's a lot. Okay.
There we go. Yes, we are going to work on quite a few things today. We have a story that we're going to go through, The Lion and the Mouse, if you've ever heard of it. And then we have a little activity afterwards, and then we're probably going to go outside and play. We're also going to discuss our heart agreements, and yeah,
Great,
go from there.
don't forget your jacket.
So, right?
Yeah, awesome. And then Dan has another announcement.
Today is the first day of our Unity program. We're going to be talking in detail about prayer.
Wonderful. We love that. More teens praying. Okay, so if you guys will, we'll bring the blessing of the children up. If you'd be so called to read this with me. We appreciate the holy gift you are. We see the divine light shining from you. May you always know what a treasure you are. May you always bring your gifts freely and fully to the world. Namaste. Go have fun, kiddos. Thank you so much to Tiff. Thank you to Dan. Thank you to all our youth volunteers. It's appreciated. It means a lot for those who are willing to go and work with the children. They are the next generation. So next we got the fun part, which is announcements. And we have a lot of fun things going on here this month. We have a tremendous amount. Let me actually get my paper so I have it sitting in front of me. Sorry for the hopping. So obviously we have our weekly and monthly classes going on. We have Sacred Sound. Tonight should be Lisa Swisher, who is running it for us. She's a wonderful practitioner. If you've never been there, you should go. Assisted listening is available. I skipped past that, but I'm just going to note it. Assisted listening is available. If you need it and you have a disability or something going on with your hearing, see us so we can make sure that you can hear us and hear everything going on. Regular classes and events. Sacred Sound Bath tonight at 6 p.m. with Lisa Swisher. Rotates. Tonight is Lisa Swisher. She's a wonderful practitioner. Go get yourself realigned. Allow yourself a present, a gift, something to do for yourself this week other than this service. We really believe in that here. Let's Get Metaphysical, Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Jenny and Eric are currently running this while the Passmores are out of town. This is a spirit group offering, a wonderful opportunity for you to get together in community and discuss metaphysical concepts, maybe institute or put some metaphysical concepts into your life. Keeping It Real, Open Source Spirituality, Wednesdays at 6:30. That will be with me this Wednesday. You can come and see me. We also have All Level Yoga with Shriman, my man back there, Thursdays at 9 a.m. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to be with a practitioner who knows what he's talking about. Not just as yoga as asanas and postures, but yoga as a spiritual path and a way to enlightenment. Worth checking out. Sacred Women's Drum Circle with wonderful Kate Kavanaugh. That is Saturday at 10 a.m. That always gets applause. This is for all those who identify as women. Please show up. It is a place to be held in community, to find strength, to find endurance, especially in these times. We need that. So thank you so much for that. I'm going to cry. Divine Healers Dinner, Saturday at 5 p.m. This is Matthew Lofton with his hand up right there. This is an opportunity if you are a healer and you're looking for more community, you're looking to be instilled in a group of other individuals who are like-minded and also practitioners. This is a place for you to be. I think that's good from there. Beginning March 8th, that's Greg. You can raise your hand and wave. Hi. Beginning March 8th from 4 to 5:30 with Greg and Anastasia to begin, we are going to be doing a community kirtan and heart song. This is a really wonderful offering. Thank you. Yes. We've been putting this together for a little bit. This is a really wonderful offering for anybody to come sing. Anybody to come sing. No experience necessary, no instruments necessary, just love and an open heart. So show up. We're going to be continuing to do it on a regular basis. We need more prayer, more song, more singing, more love. We're going. What else we got? We got spiritual peace and attunement. This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for you to look at a new modality of alignment and healing that has not been presented possibly at Unity before. So Jeffrey Goldstein of Jerusalem is a attunement professional. He works on energy attunement of your internal astral or light body. Through different methodologies with your hands and affirmations and your thought processes. He really goes through and allows for you, is allowing space for you to internally, somatically heal, if that makes sense. And this is something that's being offered, I'll go back one, Alistair. This is something that's being offered here at Unity for Unity. It's very important for me to say this, that William has talked to them about this, that with the transition and everything we have going on, there's a lot of energy that's been moving in our community, right? Our community's been transitioning. Just the world is transitioning. We're at the front end of this stuff, right? And so this is really an opportunity for you as a member to maybe go and get aligned with some of the energy that we're projecting forward, allowing for us to kind of really be at peace and be that light of peace that we need inside of the world. So really worth checking out, please. Town Hall. Sunday, March 15th, come get updated on what's going on inside of your community. This is your community. We have a new board, we have a new minister, we have a new director of operations, we have new things occurring. And so the town hall is a place for us to get together, conversate about that, get input, and be a community. Come see us March 15th. AARP Tax Aid Program, leave that up there for a moment. This is for any and all members who are looking to be able to have taxes filed for a very reasonable cost, and it's a very wonderful program. So if you need help with that type of thing, or you need assistance with taxes, reach out there. Next, Alistair. Elise Di Micheli, live concert, March 13th at Unity. If you guys are not familiar with her, she's a Pacific Northwest native, absolutely wonderful musician. She puts on a fantastic show. There's links to the tickets and everything else on our online calendar, just part of some of the events that we put on here. Let's go to the next one. Holotropic Breathwork, Saturday, March 14th. Once again, this is something, if you're not familiar with it, is a wonderful opportunity for healing. We had a few people mention, and I'm going to go quick because we're already over on where I want to be for announcements, but we had grief ceremony. I was part of the grief ceremony over the past few days. That is 100 people getting together in order to find internal healing, to hopefully be a light of external healing to the rest of the consciousness. That's community coming together to heal. As we heal ourselves, it goes out. The holotropic breathwork is a wonderful opportunity to be in ceremony. It's a ceremony. It's an intensive ceremony, but it's not medicine. It's just with the breath. It's healing physically with the body and somatically. And so if you haven't seen this before, you might want to look into it. It's pretty rare that you have an opportunity to do this type of ceremony. So please check it out. There's more information on our website and other places. Alistair. Embodied self-awareness. This is our wonderful Beth Miller. She can raise her hand. She's going to be teaching a class here April 17th through March 12th. More information online, and we'll talk about this more coming up. But if you're interested, please check it out. There's discounted rates for Unity members so that you can be taking the class at a cheaper... sorry. We'll fix it. Yeah, May 12th. We don't go backwards in time. We're not Benjamin buttoning it. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. More good stuff on the calendar. So there's printed calendars out front. Eric has something he wants to say. Men's group tomorrow at 6. Okay, men's group tomorrow at 6. I apologize about that, Eric. There's a men's group tomorrow at 6 p.m. It meets on the second and the first and third Mondays. First and the third Mondays, Eric is in charge of that. If you're interested, please see him. If you're a male-identified figure and you're looking for more community inside of this community, come see us so that we can support you in any way possible. There's stuff on our newsletter. If you're not signed up for the newsletter, we make sure that goes out. Make sure that you guys are understanding what's going on in our community. So next, you get a break from me, and I'll invite up Soulshine to share us a song, and I'll see you in a little bit. Thanks, everybody.
there's a wall they pass and slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my open mind, possessing and caressing me. Jai Guru Deva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes that call me on and on across the universe. Thoughts meander like a restless wind inside a letterbox. They tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe. Jai Guru Deva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Sounds of laughter, shades of life are ringing through my open ears and sighing and inviting me. Limitless, undying love, what shines around me like a million suns and calls me on and on across the universe. Jai Guru Deva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Jai Guru Deva. Jai Guru Deva. Jai Guru Deva. Jai Guru Deva. Jai Guru Deva.
See, it's a nice breakup. Got me on? Not quite? Thank you. It's a nice breakup where you don't have to just listen to me chatting the whole moment. These are singing bowls back here, by the way, that are hiding in the basket. Tonight, in case anyone's curious, I'd be sitting there the whole time wondering what was in the basket. Today, we have a wonderful speaker. He's our new minister, spiritual leader. Wonderful man. He's a devoted father. He's a poet, self-proclaimed. I don't know how much that counts. And a perfectly imperfect representation of what it is that we need a lot of in this world right now, which is people who care. People who are really doing their best in every day to be a light in the world of those around them in every way that they can. So If you could, with a round of applause, please welcome William Gregory.
I feel like I'm doing this for the first time. Okay. One more time.
You have awakened the sound of God, Willie.
Okay, let's take a moment and stretch. Let's just stretch. So, words are clumsy. Words are symbols. Words mean different things to different people. And what I'm trying to reach today is beyond words. Just take the word presence. You know, I know what presence means to me. One of my favorite things is to look up the etymology of the word and find out what culture it came from, what it's broken down to. And this goes back to Latin through French and the Middle English, but it just means to stand before. Pre meaning before, and the essence meaning now means to stand before. And I'm really trying to reach something that's beyond these words. I went out dancing Friday night. Dancing's one of those things I always wanted to do. And it was a style of dancing. Some of you may have heard of it, perhaps not. It's called ecstatic dance, or it's a style called ecstatic dance. And it's relatively new, but it's dancing for the sake of dancing. And there are some simple rules about it. One is speaking on the dance floor is not okay. They make a sacred space or make a sacred container. And it's about dancing your own dance. You're free to dance with others, but the whole point of it is to discover yourself through dance. And we are innate dancers. I mean, if you play music for children with no training whatsoever, they'll boogie down. You know, they'll shake their thing. And what often happens to me when I go dancing is I really want to dance. It feels good to dance. And I get there and I feel so uncomfortable inside of myself. I feel so uncomfortable. I have to commit myself to just trying to move a little bit. And I know that if I keep doing it, I'll begin to discover my own flow, and I'll start to have my own relationship, and I'll be able to start to move innocently, or to move with my own presence. It's as though, hang on, time out. It's as though we all have a divine presence flowing within us 24/7. And how much that gets to flow depends upon our own judgments and perceptions about ourselves. I grew up in a really cultish, conservative religion. And dancing was not something we did at all, period. And for a man to dance without a woman accompanying him was considered to be something you just don't do. And I didn't dance until I was in my early 30s. It was until my early 30s, and I had a near-death experience and left my religion. I saw people dancing, and you know what? I want to do that. I really do. I want to be one of those people who dance. And I remember I went to a big event. It was a big festival. And there were people dancing everywhere. There were things going on everywhere. There was so much going on, I felt like nobody was looking at me. And I'm there, clumsily moving, and I found a grace. I felt my presence, and I started really dancing. And it was as though I was being set free. And that has a powerful effect. So I've come to a point where I realize that I have this divine presence within me. In fact, I'm certain everyone does. And I'm at this ecstatic dance, and I know a few people, and I recognize a few people, and everyone's, kind of dancing their thing, but I'm having a hard time letting myself dance. And I'm moving awkwardly. I'm a skinny white guy. I move that way. It's my nature. But to be able to come back to my presence and know that I'm just dancing my dance was really comforting to me. And the idea of that presence. There was a guy named James Cohen, and he did a study. He worked for UCLA, and he did a study on pain thresholds. So he would have the subject come into the room, and they would sit, and he would introduce pain to them. It was a stimulus to see what their pain levels were, and he did this study. And he noticed when someone else was in the room, someone's pain levels would rise, meaning that what he was doing would hurt them less if there was an empathetic person. So he started studying that. So we would take the subject and study pain. Let's say that's a 4, or that's a 5, or that's a 7, it's a 9. That really hurts. And then he would have someone that they loved and knew come into the room and introduce the same stimulus, the same pain levels, and they would say, well, that's a 3, that's a 2. Just the presence of someone in the room changed the way the person perceived of pain. Having someone who's empathetic and loving towards us changes the way we experience things. And I started to think about our presence, especially our presence in a community. We may be going through some really hard things, and if we're isolated, our mind is spinning the worst case scenario. If we're isolated, the world's falling down on us, but with the presence of community and loved ones, it lifts that feeling of pain. That we have this effect on each other all the time simply by having a loving presence. Something that's also interesting is mothers. Mothers give birth to babies. And those mothers keep that baby's DNA. And that presence is within them. And wherever that baby is, that presence goes out to that baby. It's non-local. They're doing studies now similar to what James Cohen did, but with virtual reality, with the same pain thresholds. Someone doesn't even have to be in the room. They just have to be in the virtual headset talking to them or on the phone, and that presence goes throughout time and space. That presence isn't local. They've also done studies where they have people go into high crime areas. One was in Chicago, where a group of people went into a really high crime area, a lot of violence, and they meditated at different times, and then they went and studied the police logs to see what crime did, and crime went down significantly. Crime went down significantly just for a group of people that went into that area and meditated on loving kindness. There are all kinds of things going on in this world that are disturbing, that are scary, that are out of our control, and we oftentimes feel helpless about it. I feel helpless about it. We all, as sovereign beings, as cherished jewels of a loving kindness, with our own presence, can reach out through time and space and send love and peace. And pragmatically, what we get is love and peace. But also, the fact is, we're all connected, and we can send that through time and space. I had a rough childhood, and I'll never forget a time when I was feeling just really broken and really alone and really scared. And I didn't know where we were going to live next. I didn't know what was going on with my parents. And I remember laying in bed in total fear and just feeling this beautiful, cool wave of peace come over me. Like everything is going to be okay. And then I remember being an adult and meditating and having this memory of being a scared little kid and say, wait, I just want to hold that little kid as though I'm reparenting myself. And I just imagine going back to that little boy and loving him. And then I remembered, wow, I'm the one who sent that wave of peace back. I'm the one. So hang on, time out. Everyone in this room right now, and everyone watching online right now, everyone who's going to watch in the future, so I'm time traveling into the future again. We as sovereign human beings, cherished jewels in this loving cosmos, by the very gift of our divine presence, can send that throughout time and space, can heal, can hold each other in love. If you take one thing from this talk, please know you have been granted a divine ninja Jedi superpower of presence. And this is a powerful thing. We are not small. We are not naked. We are not scared. We have a divine presence that if we bring our attention to it and feel it, we can send it out. It's like a blessing that we have that. We can give it to ourselves. We can give it to others. So let's just think about this presence we have as a technology. So many of us are going through religious trauma, all kinds of traumas, but just to become aware that we are powerful beings now. Before this state of awareness, we're unconscious about the way we present ourselves. We prioritize what we say over what we're being because we're disconnected. But in the process of connecting and realizing this, we can start to send intentional signals to others of kindness. We can make conscious efforts to be open and understanding. There's something that I've started to do before I walk into a room, is I'll send grace into that room. There's something I'm starting to do when I go about my day, is I imagine this grace going out before me. And I'll be damned if it doesn't happen, if it doesn't work. To be consciously living is something we're worthy of being. A lot of times these come in nonverbal cues of just having a calm state. I'm sure we've all witnessed someone walk into a room with a sense of grace and how it changes the whole room. I want to let everyone know we are worthy of this. We are worthy of this. It's something we can live, something we can explore, something that makes our lives better and makes a change in the world, and life is calling us forth for this now. So there's a core shift that can take place just by realizing this is possible. You know, the first thing is even to realize it's possible. There was a time I didn't think it was possible for me to dance. And then I found myself dancing like some Hindu god. It was great. And I still get to touch that place from time to time. Even if you think about it with art, if we can feel our presence and feel that go out into our art, then it's not about looking at it from the outside in. The thing about dancing, too, it's one of those things that's not about looking at it from the outside in. There's a whole world, innate abilities and talents we have that we discover from the inside out. Please know that our presence is valuable. It's a doorway into expressing ourselves. The pragmatic benefits are our heart rate comes to an even level, our cortisol levels drop, our immune system kicks in and starts humming. We start to pause, we become less reactive. We start to act out in this life as sovereign beings. The truth is, in this life right now, our governments are designed to work for us. If we as a species woke up to that, changes would happen. If we as a species started to wake up, big changes would happen, not just within us, but in the collective, in the whole. We started off this theme of first with our relationship with ourselves, and then our relationship with our family. And now we're going to the relationship with our community, the relationship we have with each other. And the big deal I wanted to talk about today is, may we realize that our presence with each other has power, that we're holding a container of nurturing, holding a container of forgiveness. And as we act this out, even in little ways, even in just one moment, we give everyone else permission to do so. We get to play a part in moving the line forward and us being more than just profit, power, and property, seeking pleasure and avoiding pain, that we can stand up as sovereign beings. The pillars of a nurturing presence: mindfulness and self-awareness. Tune in regularly and check in with your own physical and emotional state. Observe and notice your habitual patterns, unconscious biases. Empathy and openness. Listen deeply. Hear not just the words, but the unspoken feelings. Suspend judgment. create inner peace. In my ministry school, we read a book called 7,000 Ways to Listen. 7,000 Ways to Listen. Most of my life, I would listen just long enough so I could formulate a counter argument. Or I would listen just long enough so you think I'm listening. You know, like many people, I can have narcissistic moments. You know, I can have narcissistic states where we're just into our own thing. Upon reading this book, it was being reaffirmed for me that listening is a ninja Jedi superpower. When you actually listen to someone, you're honoring them. When you actually listen to someone, you're providing space for them to express. And it encouraged in the book not just to listen to words. It was as though listening was beyond hearing. In the listening, you're reaching out with your presence and witnessing someone. You're bearing witness to where they are right now. It's bigger than hearing words. It's reaching out with your whole being, all your senses. And what we're being taught so much in ministry school, especially in conflict resolution or dealing with people who are upset or scared, is 88% of the time it's not about the issue they're talking about. There's some unmet need, some fear, some insecurity that's beyond the actual thing they're talking about. But unless we can open up and hear it from a presence beyond ego, we're going to miss that. And to allow someone just to talk, most of the time in my experience, when I really listen and I provide that space and I reach out with my presence, like a loving presence, like a loving parent, like a loving friend, where you're interested in this person's highest good, you're giving them the safety to open up and release, or open up and express. It's as though they talk themselves right out of the issue that they're dealing with. Calmness and groundedness, breath awareness, use breath and anchor any situation. We've talked a lot about breath, and we're going to be breathing for the rest of our lives. I don't think the subject's going to get too old. I've come to a place where that's one of the first things. You know, there are things outside of my control that scare the crap out of me. And being a parent, things with my kids that scare the crap out of me. And in this world, I mean, we live in a dualistic world. There are real tragedies happening now. There are real injustices happening now. And raging against it doesn't help anything. But I come back to my breath. I come back to my breath and feel the coolness of my breath come into my body. And then let it go. And then I do it again. And I'll bring it into the point where I can't hold it to maximum, and I'll hold it for a minute, and I'll let it go. And then all of a sudden, I'm not in my ego anymore. Then all of a sudden, I'm coming back to my own. Then all of a sudden, I come back to my own presence. And it's from this presence that we can act out in this world in positive ways. It's from this presence we can send healing. It's from this presence we stop being NPCs and start being actualized human beings. And I believe life is calling us forth to do this. We are having conversations and discussing subjects that our parents and grandparents could not dream of. There is a consciousness revolution that's happening right now, and it's a blessing to be born at this juncture of time and space and human history, to be a part of it. And presence is bigger than being in person. It's online. There's a whole world going on online that's networking the whole world. And may we start putting content up for that, because there are people that are ready for that. This structure of profit, power, and property being the sole basis for everything we do isn't working. And there is something else. And we start this from the inside out. Just to begin to value our own presence and think of it as something valuable. You can have all the money and all the shiny things and be absolutely miserable. You know, happiness and worthiness come from the inside out, and it's our time to discover that now. Valuing our presence, trust building. A nurturing presence implicitly builds trust. Enhanced communication. With empathy, we're not only able to hear, but we're able to choose our words wisely. Improved relationships and creating a positive environment. One of the things that, and I've said this before, goodness sakes, please bear with me because I think it's important, but you know, they hired all these experts for all this money to try to understand how best to teach people. And they spent years on these studies just to find out that people learn best when they feel safe, when they feel valued, when they feel heard. Presence is power. Presence is power. When we can come into our own presence and find our own peace, providence paves the way before us. And we cease being just out to get what's best for us and looking for what's best for everyone. I'll jokingly say often, I'm an attorney at life. I'm an attorney at life litigating for the highest good of all. I'm BARD certified. I'm self-appointed. And I've come to that because goodness sakes, I've come to a place in my spiritual path and in my learning where I don't believe there's a heaven out there waiting for me. And I don't believe there's a hell there to punish me. And I don't believe buying things is going to make me happy. But I've come to the place where I would rather give a shit. I would rather care. There's no value in me for another's defeat. There's no victory for me in defeating anyone. I'm doing time in a body, and I will die. And that's a fact. While I'm here, I would rather love. I just want to love. I would rather give a shit. I do about my kids. I do about other people's kids. I do about people from every walk of life because I would rather do that. Because I recognize that there is a divine spark in each one of us. And I'm at unity because the unity principles reflect all these beliefs. That God is everything, whatever God is, that we're part of God. That we connect through prayer, we connect through meditation, we connect through feeling our own presence. And then using that in our work out. And it's my desire in our community that we begin doing some outward work. Outward work of bringing attention, through media. I would be even willing to go downtown with signs. I just don't want to be against anything. I want to be for something. And I truly believe that there are untold millions out there who are beyond Democrat and Republican, who are beyond right or left, who also just want to do something. So my invitation to you, I'm behooving you. I love the word behooving. I love words. You have now been behooved. Precious, benevolent love. Sometime today, sometime tomorrow, when you're sitting in the car, when you're at home, when you have a quiet moment, instead of picking up your phone, sit and take a breath and feel yourself. Feel yourself. When you go into a tense conversation, or we need to set a boundary, or when inevitably, I believe that good and bad things happen to us all, not that we deserve them or don't deserve them, that's just part of this life. But when a situation or circumstance comes along that brings us into a state of fear or uncertainty, take a moment and close our eyes and breathe our breath and feel our spirit. We don't have to know the way. The way knows the way. However, when we feel our presence and surrender that and breathe and let go, we become the way. And so it is.
next we will have some music from Soulshine. Put up all the microphones.
You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. I feel like this is the beginning. Though I've loved you for 1,000,000 years. And if I thought our love was ending, I'd find myself drowning in my own tears. Whoa, 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 you are the sunshine of my life. You sing it, baby. That's right. That's why I'll always stay around. You are the apple of my eye. Oh, love has joined us. Forever you'll stay in my heart. You must have known that I was lonely, because you came to my rescue. Oh, and I know that this must be heaven. How could so much love be inside of you? Oh, yeah, yeah. You are the sunshine of my life. Pretty baby. That's why I'll always stay around you. Ooh, 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 oh. You are the apple of my eye. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, forever you'll stay in my
And next we have some meditation with Sriman. Moving all over today, high, down, round, in the full spectrum of energetic experience. If that's okay for
Thank you. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Yeah? Good. Here we are. Right now. Namaste, everyone. Namaste. So beautiful to see all your smiley faces when Eric sing these beautiful songs, his beautiful voice, and especially when William express and channel the truth, right? So meditation today, I'm going to keep it short and simple, but in a joyful way. Okay, so let's please begin by bringing awareness to our physical body. as you find yourself seated comfortably in this cushy chair, right? Let's ground our feet towards Mother Earth as we exhale next. And as we inhale, let's please lengthen the spine. And as we lengthen the spine, we will rise our arms up. Spread the fingers apart. Yes. Now we start typing with the fingers. And internally you say, I am here now. I am here now. I am here now. I am here now. Keep typing. Keep typing, typing, typing. Yes. Just a few more seconds. I am here now. I am here now. One more time. I am here now. Now let's press send. Send it towards the universe and place the palms facing up. Soften the shoulders. And let's take a long deep breath as you inhale up to your heart center. And exhale from the heart center down towards Mother Earth. Now we will gently place our 5 fingers together in Rishi Mudra. And this will allow us to stay a little bit more concentrated in this present moment. And then we embrace this beautiful and powerful vibration of Om 3 times as we do it together. Inhale. Inhale. Inhale with a big smile. As you observe the silence, I invite you to please witness your existence in this present moment. I am here now.
Thank you so much. Welcome back, everybody, from wherever you got to visit on your meditation. We have one last important metaphysical topic to get into before we move on, which is prayer. So we came here today, a group of individuals, slivers of divinity embodied in human form, walking about in this world. We set a group intention. From that group intention, we then opened our heart space, allowed for music, allowed for joy, allowed for expression, allowed for a message. We then carried that message deeper into that space with the vibrations of the sound, with intention, with consciousness. And from this place, we pray. There's a QR code up there. You can scan that, fill out a form online. There's green prayer forms in the back of your seats. If you fill those out, we will reply to you if you feel called to be replied to. We will also send those prayers out to Silent Unity, and they will be held in space, love, and confidence for 30 days. There's some powerful metaphysics occurring there. This is intentions, it's consciousness, it's thought. And we can use that thought intentionally. So today, I claim for us the opportunity to be a beautiful representation of divinity in our expression. Today, I claim a divine inheritance for all of us. Today, I claim a remembering of the individual moments that we are a radiant beam of love energy in our actions, thoughts, and vibrations that we put out throughout our day. I can rest in that beam. I can be the love energy I want to see inside of this world. I can be the change I want to see inside of this world, and I can be a representation of that. And so it is, and so it shall be.
So it is.
Miss it.
And know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know I
Welcome, visitors. If you're new here, we would love to hear from you. Is there anybody new who would like to raise their hand and say hi? You're welcome to. If not, oh, we have some. Wonderful. That's great. Hold on, we got a microphone coming. Yeah, but the people online do. We have a good online sector. We're on crowd 1, Alistair.
I'm new here. I enjoyed every second of being here. You guys are enjoyable to be around. It brings open awareness to being more of a family than just being presence. You know, you guys have been great. I want to see you again. Let's keep it rocking.
Thank you so much.
I'm Jennifer. I'm visiting from Omaha, Nebraska. Never been to Redmond or Bend, so also a guest at this community, and just so appreciate the love and kindness and grace extended here.
Thank you so much for joining us. Yes.
My name is Priscilla, and I came to the Grief Circle this last weekend. And so I actually came to Unity as a teenager in Missouri, and it shaped the beginning of my spiritual path. So I was just curious to check this out.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. If you're new, there's blue cards in the back of the chair. You can fill them out. It lets you get on our newsletter and our list. We're not going to bug you about promotional stuff or sell anything, but it lets you stay in contact. If you see, there's a lot of events going on constantly here at this congregation. You heard the grief ceremony. We're not associated with some of the events going on. We are just holding space for healing, love, prayer, growth inside of the community. And so if you sign up with us on our newsletter, you can get involved with some of the stuff that's going on here and be involved in that healing, growth, prosperity, and other things that are happening inside of the community. Speaking of which, we have a QR code up there on the screen. We have our baskets are going to make their way on up. And if you feel so called, please, this is a moment for you to give. I spoke about it earlier inside of the service, that in all spiritual paths, you have prayer, meditation, fasting, service, and charity. Most people like to skip the last three, especially fasting in the Western world. But service and charity are an important part of our own personal spiritual development. I look at you and I say, it's important for you to give away 10% of your money. And they're like, what? You know, it's immediately like, what? There's an energetic principle here that has been talked about by all the masters. All the masters talk about the benefit of tithing. And so we are offering a place for you to tithe. We are offering a place that is supporting breathwork and healing and love and all these things for you to be able to give that energy to us to then spread out to the greater community. You see us doing it. So as the basket goes around, put a 5, a 10, a 20, 100, whatever you feel called, or maybe just put your hand on it and give us a little energy, and we really appreciate it. So we're going to read this blessing before it goes out. Alistair, your blessing. Yep. Thank you so much. Okay, read with me. From the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We call forth healing, blessing, and prosperity through them. They are evidence of our faith and belief. The good work is done in the world, and wonders flow back to us multiplied. And so it is. Take it away, Dave. 2, 3.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. And I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. Gratitude in my heart. Gratitude in my soul. In my soul, baby. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. Muchas gracias. 2, 3, 4. Gratitude in my heart. Gratitude in my soul. In my soul, baby. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. And thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all.
Wonderful. Last few items. If you see anybody walking around with a white stole on, such as myself, our minister, Donna has one on, Kalinda has one on. These are prayer team members. We are here. You took a moment to be here with us. You can also take a moment to get an in-person prayer. We believe that prayer works. We believe it is a powerful thing inside of your life. So if you feel called to, find one of us. We will take a moment to pray with you in person. We also are going to be having a talk about, I'm assuming, afterwards. And so if you guys are out, you want to come back for the talk about, please leave your dishes out in the foyer and make sure you're done with all your dishes before coming in for the talk about. It's a request from the kitchen team and to make sure all that is done, to make sure that we're not going on top of each other. Alistair, the next one if we can, for my last blessing on the way out. So we came in individuals, we had this wonderful metaphysical experience, we received a message, we went to some meditation, we installed a prayer, and from here we can then take a prayer of intention going out. So if you would, and you feel so called, please read with me. The holy light shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth from here to joy, to bless the world with my loving light. See you guys next week.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. And I just want to say thank you for coming. And I just want to say thank you. Have a great week. And I just want to say thank you for it all. For it all. Yabba dabba doo.